I'm Molly Bloom. Do you know about me? This is a true story.
You ran games in LA for roughly 8 years?
Yeah.
And then you ran games in New York for roughly 2.
I haven't run a game in over 2 years, not to spoil the ending. But that's when the government raided my game and took all of my money, assuming all of it was made illegally, which it wasn't. In this room, you couldn't buy your win.
I'm all in.
You couldn't buy me, and you couldn't buy a seat at the table.
Movie stars, athletes, billionaires, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You're not taking a percentage of the pot?
No.
Keep it that way, because you don't want to break the law when you're breaking the law.
Am I breaking the law?
Not really.
We're able to find out for sure, aren't we? Laws are written down.
You had meetings in LA about your book and life rights.
I did.
You spent 8 years running the world's most exclusive, glamorous, and decadent man cave.
Any offers?
Guarantee the publishers certain elements, then I can get you $1.5 million.
What kind of elements? I passed.
I'm just curious as to why you passed on what would appear to be the only way out you have.
You have to use real names.
Creative differences. The law that I'm accused of breaking defines gambling as betting on games of chance.
Yes.
Poker isn't a game of chance. Poker's a game of skill.
Why does a young woman who at 22 has a gold-plated resume, why does she run poker games?
Your risk is nuts. You're gonna get blown up.
You got 2.8 million on the street right now. That money should be in your hands.
Just how deep into the Russian mob were you? There's a new offer on the table. Complete immunity. We hand over the hard drive.
You've seen what's on those hard drives. Families, lives, careers will be ruined.
Why are you in this alone? Where are the people you're protecting by not telling the whole story?
It's not their names. I'm protecting Charlie. It's mine.
Tell me why!
Because it's all I have left. Because it's my name.
My pleasure, the real Molly Bloom.
Thank you, Dean Nerger. Thank you, class of 2018. And congratulations, you beat the undergraduate game. You showed up, you suited up, worked hard, and now you're ready to move into the next phase. And in this next phase, there will be a new set of rules, and you will be a beginner again, which is both scary and exciting. Some of you may have a clear idea where you will go, and others do not. But one thing is for certain, it's all about to change. At your age, I thought I had my whole life mapped out. I was skiing for the U.S. ski team. I was ranked 3rd overall in North America, finishing up undergrad and applying to Ivy League law schools. At the Olympic qualifier, I skied over a stick, injured myself, and just like that, everything changed. Tripping on a stick set a bizarre series of events into motion, and I found myself taking a year off of school, going to Los Angeles, and waitressing. I wasn't great at waitressing, but I worked hard, and I was nice to people, and the owner took notice. He asked me to serve drinks at his weekly poker game. He told me it would be a good way to make some extra money. And so I showed up with a cheese plate and a mixed CD with songs on it like The Gambler, and I was shocked to find that the players at this game were some of the most powerful, some of the wealthiest, and some of the most famous people in the world. I also made thousands of dollars in tips that night, but I believed I had stumbled onto something even more valuable than money, and it was access to this network, to information, and to power. You see, poker would be my Trojan horse into the highest levels of business and society. I knew I wanted to be invited back every week, so I started to study poker. But more important, I studied the players. I used my observations to figure out ways to confer value, to make deeper connections, and to upgrade the experience. And the players took notice. Within 8 months, I went from being a waitress at that game to running the game. My gamble had paid off, and now I wanted to go bigger. I didn't just want to play the game, I wanted to win. So I raised the stakes. I recruited more players. I expanded to both coasts. Created more games, and by 26, I had the biggest, richest, most infamous underground poker game in the world. My clients were billionaires, rock stars, politicians, celebrities, and business titans. I was making millions of dollars a year. but somewhere along the way I got lost. I forgot about being the girl that wanted to write and speak in defense of justice, and I made money, power, and prestige my gods. I ascribed to a life of external validation and internal emptiness. I looked around me, and despite the massive privilege, nobody I knew, including and especially myself, was happy. My family tried to warn me, but I didn't listen. And ultimately, it took getting assaulted by the Italian mob, getting arrested by 17 FBI agents, and the Department of Justice seizing my assets for me to fall back down to earth. And boy, did I fall. I lost my job, I lost my money, I lost my home, and I almost lost my freedom. I got federally indicted, and I was facing 10 years in prison. I lost almost everything, but I gained an insight so valuable that it changed everything. I gained the clarity to see the truth, and the truth is, I had spent a life in pursuit of shiny things. I bought what the media was selling, what Hollywood was streaming, and what consumerism was pushing, and I attained it in spades, and it left me empty, alone, and miserable. And this truth set me free once again to pursue my real purpose, the things I wanted to do when I was a little girl, to be of service to high ideals and my fellow travelers, and I resolved never to stray again. And my resolve was tested very quickly because the prosecutors in my case wanted me to talk. They offered me a deal. They would give me all my money back, and I was broke, and that was $4 million. They offered me immunity, and that means no jail time, no criminal record. But I knew if I talked that lives would be ruined, families, careers, children would be affected. And so I knew I couldn't take the deal. So I pled guilty and I waited to be sentenced. And luckily, the judge was merciful and I didn't go to prison. But it was because I didn't compromise my integrity that I could truly walk free. I could go out into the world with my head up. I could walk with dignity into a meeting with Aaron Sorkin, arguably the best screenwriter of our time, and pitch my story. And finally, because I did the right thing, I get the unbelievable honor of speaking to you at this pivotal moment in your lives. And make no mistake, this is one of the moments of your lives, graduates. But it's not the only one, and the best is yet to be. You are about to embark on a great adventure, and with any great adventure, there will be uncertainty. I encourage you to embrace this uncertainty, to believe in yourself as you lose sight of the shore, to know that you have limitless capacity to make your life work. But it's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to take some constructive suffering, pushing yourself and getting uncomfortable, and that's where the rubber meets the road. Those of you that can exist through being uncomfortable, those of you who can show up even when you don't want to and bring your A game, will have a tremendous advantage. In my experience, hard work and perseverance trumps genius and talent any day. I've learned that being kind and having genuine concern for those around us has gotten me farther than any amount of hustling, brilliance, or strategy. Take your moral inventory fearlessly, and often it will keep you running clean. Do not be afraid to fail. I wish I could have shown my younger self the gifts that walking through failure would have brought me. You are made to bend, to reinvent, and to grow. If you fall, and you will fall, find the courage to get right back up and keep going. Get to know yourselves. Quiet the noise of what you should be and be who you are. I have found meditation to be an incredible tool in this journey. Identify your moral compass and what you stand for, and maintain fearless conviction even when your back is against the wall. And finally, no matter what you do or where you go, seek to make your life about something bigger than yourselves. Find a higher purpose. Include the betterment of your world and of humanity in your quest for greatness, because our future depends on you, graduates. Thank you.